Good afternoon. I'd like to welcome you all to the Marketing Career Panel. I'd like to thank GCMC. They always do a great job with this event, and this year is obviously no exception. We have a great array of panelists here, and with no ado, I'd like to introduce them. First, we have Ian Al, and he's the Senior Marketing Manager from McGraw-Hill, and he's a Baruch alumni from, can I say the year?
You're going to reveal my
These
age.
are all recent Baruch alumni.
Yeah, 2003.
2003, yes. And then Yaron Deckel, he's lead analyst manager at Microsoft. And Nikki Revayak, she's associate manager of strategic insight and analytics at Colgate-Palmolive. And Rachel Jacobs, research manager from Turner Broadcasting. And now I'd like to introduce Professor Bawa, who will moderate the panel. And let's get started.
Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome, and I hope you got something to eat, or if not, maybe you can get something later. My name is Kapil Bawa. I'm a professor in the marketing department, also happen to be the chair at this time. And I'm very pleased to welcome this distinguished group of people who have the unique distinction of all having been in my class in the last So they have a common thread, and it's so great to see them all again. I want to first of all thank them for giving their time, and many of them are repeat offenders, if you like. So you know, they come back again and again, presumably because they like us so much. And I want to thank you all for showing up, giving us your time, and of course GCMC for organizing this event, which they do so well every year. Now, in terms of how we're going to proceed, I'm going to basically go down the line, briefly just ask each person to describe what they do in their jobs. And then I'm going to ask a bunch of questions. Whoever wants to respond from the panel is welcome to do so. You know, we'd like to keep this interactive. So if you'd like to, if someone says something that provokes a question or a comment from you, then feel free to raise your hand. But we do want you to go to the mic and speak into the mic. And I think we have some mics here. So do these work? Yeah. Okay.
Thank you.
So. You want to just keep them there?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. And we have to be done by 2:00. So, if there are not many questions while these people are talking, then we'll try and end the formal part of the discussion, or at least my sort of moderated part of the discussion, by 1:30. So there's some time for some questions and answers from you guys. So, without further ado, let me turn to Ian. Ian, could you tell us a little bit about what you do?
Yeah, first of all, I want to thank you for inviting me back, and I see a lot of familiar faces. And a friend at the admissions office actually just gave me a hug. I graduated in 2003, so it's been a while. But then I always come back and always enjoy the college community. So my current position is I'm a marketing manager for McGraw-Hill. And just briefly describe the company. McGraw-Hill obviously is a pretty large company, the Fortune 500 company in media and information. And we have 3 different segments. So the first segment is financial information, so it will be S&P. Second segment is business information publications, so that would be like Business Week, Aviation Week. And the third segment, which I think you guys are most familiar with, which is McGraw-Hill Education, which does a lot of textbooks and in all different levels. The division that I work in is called McGraw-Hill Professional, which is the highest level in the education ladder, because we have products, from the kindergarten up to college level. And what I do is a professional level, meaning that I provide information and books and online products for like continuing education, continue a lot of certification, that kind of material. And I work in the computing industry. My market is in the computing area, and my job function really I am a portfolio marketing manager, meaning that I manage this portfolio product, which is these books and online material, training material in the computing segment, and then it will take different forms of tactics such as online or trade shows or advertising or PR or different kind of areas.
Hi, my name is Nikki Revayak. It's also a pleasure to be here. I graduated back in 2005 with this guy over here, actually. And it's always a pleasure to return and share some of the things that I learned while coming to Baruch and how that has sort of affected my career thus far. I work in consumer insights, pretty much, and I work for Colgate-Palmolive. I used to work in their global toothbrush group, making toothbrushes. No, I didn't make the toothbrushes. And now I work in their Palmolive dish liquid group. And essentially, if there's one thing that I'd like you guys to take away about what I do, it's being the voice of the consumer. That's sort of what it is in a nutshell. For each product that Colgate manufactures, whether it be toothbrushes or Irish Spring body soap or whatever, there are various stages in the product life cycle. There's a name, there's the way it looks, there's the way it smells, there's the way it works. And at each phase, there is a lot of work that's done, believe it or not, to sort of bring that to fruition. My role as the consumer insights person really is to say, hey, the Irish Spring consumer is male, why are you making this so pink? So that's sort of what I do in a nutshell. I arrange for research programs around the world so that we're getting consumer responses to each element of a new product bundle. That's it.
So hello everybody, I'm Yaron, I'm from Microsoft. And what I do basically is, if you think about Microsoft, it has a ton of different businesses and divisions. The easiest way to kind of explain what I do is if you think about the advertising business. So we are actually pretty big in advertising today. It started about, I would say about 15 years ago with the whole MSN integration into Microsoft. So when you go online to MSN to search or to just entertain yourself or find news or sports, you'll get exposed to a lot of ads basically when you're in that environment.